Hey there, neighbors and naysayers. December the 2nd, 2024. The era of bale grazing for winter 2024 has begun here. This is an area that's, well, it was really scheduled for a good brush hogging here this summer, but because the cows are right there, we didn't come back here because I didn't want to mess around and get them close to the fence or catch the fence and tear it down and let them through it, because that sacrifice area is just around the corner here. We're just starting them out slow. There's not a whole bunch of grass in this piece, but with these old mama cows, I just kind of want to start them out slow on grass anyway and bring them up. There's 2 bales in this set, and we bale grazed on this, oh hell, 15 years ago probably, back when we were doing it really tight on 20 to 25 foot centers. Now we're 80 to 90 foot centers, and we'll just, who knows how long this will last, because once you start bale grazing, it's amazing how much it lasts longer than you think it would. 2 bales in 2 rings the other day lasted us 2.5 days. It'll probably be 3 here, with the steers. It may be 3 or 4, and then for those of you that don't know what we do here, there's a poly wire here, there's 2 more bales there, there's another poly wire in front of it, there's another poly wire in front of the next 2 bales, and then after that, this set's done and we move on to another field. I already bumped the fence, and they just figured this out. We let them in here last night, but they obviously didn't figure it out until this morning. I came out here to build another front fence, and check on them, and Dolly, the 4-H heifer, was actually the one that found that, oh hey, that fence isn't there anymore, and come on and moved up here. So it's kind of a cool way for them to balance their diet. We'll give them a little bit of grass and a little bit of hay at a time, and that'll improve the quality of the hay a bunch, and hopefully it all works out. It's going to be an interesting winter because we've got a whole lot more bale grazing than we normally would have. We'd have a whole bunch of stockpiled grass and some bale grazing, and then enough bales set back to feed on the heavy use pad when it got muddy. We just don't know. I mean, if this was a normal year, we'd know there's going to be a muddy time. But we're still D3 drought at this point. I think we've moved down from D4, but still don't have enough rain to really do anything. And our water situation still is very questionable. We're not even thinking about setting bales on the north side of the road because we don't have enough water to water them over there. Although we set bales out for the sheep, we got to buy some electric woven wire this morning to help bale graze them too, because of drought. As I've said before, drastic times call for drastic measures, and we wouldn't normally bale graze the sheep, but we're going through this winter because we got the grass left. And as I said before, we love it when a plan comes together, and the plan has always been let this grass grow until death do us part. And it was 20 degrees when I got in the truck. Probably it was 18, I guess, when I got in the truck this morning. Ground's frozen pretty hard, not hard enough I can't get posts in the ground, but hard. And that's pretty much terminal. That's end of growing season. It doesn't mean that the grass isn't going to continue to grow. It will, but it's going to be very, very, very minimal compared to what we've had up until now. The one good thing we can say about this drought is we've stayed hot and more warm anyway through December 2nd. Still was able to accumulate a bunch of growth, so we've got that in our favor. I would hate to calculate how much of a daily need they're going to get out of actual grass and how much they're going to get out of hay. Probably less than 10%, although I may be surprised how much actual grass when we get out into the real open fields with no cover. There may be quite a bit. The hope here though is with all this brush, they'll kind of beat through that a little bit and clean that up. It probably won't in the week that they're going to be here in this field. We really didn't see that until about 3 or 4 weeks of being over there in that sacrifice area, but they really cleaned that up. And of course, the skinny cow always shows up here. That cow, I always tell you my problems, and That cow a couple months ago laid down and looked like she was going to die. She all of a sudden just lost all her condition and went to nothing, and was sitting around chewing all the time, and frothing at the mouth even at times. And I figured her off, wrote her off for dead, figured we're going to be putting her down. 2 days later she jumped up and started eating again. She's still feeding the calf. So unfortunately the calf's only 2 months old. We got to get it to where it's going to be able to be weaned, and then we'll wean both of them and bring her in and put her on some better feed and get her pulled back up again. She's a great cow, and if she comes through this, has a calf next time, she's going to be in legendary status. I told everybody, I said, if she calves next summer or fall, we'll work hard to get her bred right. From then on, we'll breed her with semen if she's going to live through whatever the hell she lives through. My suspicion is bale wrap, but it's either bale wrap or she had a hell of a splinter or something in her tongue that finally went away. And she's still eating. Manure looks good. She just dropped the patty right there and looks great. Looks like she's doing what she's supposed to. I hate that she's so thin, but she's actually building in condition a bunch. So I just leave her the way she is, and we'll hope she gets better. So bale grazing's begun. Steers moved into bale grazing last night. They are loving it. They haven't even touched the bale yet this morning. You'll see them calves kind of come up here and go to the bale. The other thing they'll enjoy now is they'll get 2 bales at a time, where Dad was only feeding 1 at a time every day. Now they'll get 2 bales for 2 days, so everybody can kind of crowd around the bales and come as they please. You can see we've already got some creek grazing going on here. It drives Dad insane. But I don't care. That those calves will get better feed that way. Hopefully that cow's calf will come up here and graze. And I've got a 3-strand fence on further up just to keep them in here and contained to an area. But I don't mind if they go ahead and creek graze a little bit and get a little better stuff from their mom. In a couple weeks, January, February, we'll be just pulling them all off and weaning them, we hope, and helping to build the condition on the cows. So with that, I'll say we'll see you next time.